The flute is a member of the woodwind family, and it differs from the other woodwind instruments in that it doesn't have a reed, and you make the sound by blowing across this little hole here and lengthening or shortening the tube with your fingers.
To get an idea of how a flute works, let's take a step back and see what qualifies as a flute. Technically, any instrument where air is blown across an opening to generate a note can be classified as a flute. Flutes can be side-blown, like this orchestral flute, end-blown, like panpipes, or make use of a fipple, which channels air across an opening as seen in recorders. This qualifies even a referee's whistle as a flute. In all these instruments, one thing is common. A stream of air is passed across an opening and directed onto the sharp edge on the other side. This splits the airstream, causing some of it to enter the flute. Interestingly, the airstream doesn't split nicely in half, but it oscillates, sometimes going in and sometimes going out. The oscillating airstream within the flute sets up a standing wave, causing resonance at a frequency dictated by the length of the air column. Longer tubes produce lower notes, and shorter tubes produce higher notes. This can be most effectively demonstrated using panpipes, which use multiple fixed-length tubes to achieve a range of notes. However, by drilling holes at specific lengths along a single tube, we can make the flute achieve multiple notes by using our fingers to cover the holes. This Indian bamboo flute is the simplest form of transverse or side-blown flute. With all the holes open, we achieve the highest note, and by covering them one by one, we can descend down the scale. Flutes aren't just limited to one octave, however. Once we've reached the highest note, it's possible to go higher still by fingering all the holes closed again and increasing the airflow across the embouchure. By increasing the airflow, we force the standing wave inside the flute to double in frequency, raising it by an octave. Moreover, cross-fingering allows easier access to existing notes or to notes that usually aren't accessible. This is achieved by opening holes upstream and leaving the ones downstream fingered. This can be seen in the following example where notes outside the simple scale are achieved by cross-fingering. Keyed flutes like this orchestral flute offer more note options by closing multiple holes using single keys, or by opening or closing holes that would be out of the reach of fingers on a simple keyless flute.